Hey guys, Gaius here at the Shelter Institute. We've been building timber frames throughout New England and beyond for the last 40 years or so, and every once in a while we have a job that sticks out in our minds with some interesting lessons or particular challenges that keep us on our toes. One of our unique advertising strategies for selling timber frames is that they travel well. So we do the hard work of cutting the timber frame here, and then we can take them anywhere to raise them. And every once in a while we get called out by a customer. And in the early 2000s we ended up building a timber frame on a very small island called Gay Island off of Friendship, Maine. And this is an island that does not have roads on it. It is connected to the mainland at low tide somewhat via a sandbar. We ended up cutting the timber frame here at the shop and transporting it out to the island on a barge. And the barge basically floated us in at high tide and dropped their ramp onto a rock outcropping and said, go. So we backed our crane truck, which was loaded with material, off the barge, and it immediately got stuck. But we were far enough off that the barge was able to leave. This job was tough because of the access to the island, as you can imagine, but on top of that, it rained every single day that we were there, and the site just became soupier and soupier every day. We were building a 24 by 36 timber frame on a pier foundation. The first floor platform was a SIP platform, so it was both the insulation and the structure, and we built the timber frame on top of that and then enclosed it with SIPs, installed a metal roof and windows and doors. We were there Monday to Friday. We had a lot of material to get out to the island, so after that first day we had several other trailers that we transported out to the island on the barge, and we pulled them off of the barge using a tractor, which allowed us to sort of push material around on the job site. We rented a smaller crane on a smaller truck to be able to raise the frame, so there was also a little bit of a learning curve in terms of operating this new to us crane to raise the timber frame. And to make everything just that much more fun, we stayed on this little island where there were no hotels or restaurants. So we were camping every night while we were raising the frame in the rain. The raising actually went very well despite the rain. And one of the nice things about building out on an island is that you are truly left to your own devices. So we were able to operate every day independent of traffic and other deliveries and so on. We were sort of in charge of everything that happened there. The other thing that made a big difference is that we were building for a fantastic couple that cooked for us every day. We had breakfast, lunch, and dinner prepared. They had built a small cabin on the island, so we were able to move inside when it was time to eat, but we were all staying in tents outside of that. One of the times that the barge brought material out, the driver of the barge is up on a high platform, as you can imagine, completely enclosed by glass, so communication was very difficult. And I communicated with his helper that was standing outside on the ramp that we would like barge service again in 2 days. Well, evidently this is not how you communicate with the barge driver, so we were ignored for 3 days before he would finally talk to us again and bring material out. And in that conversation, he told me to never schedule barge service with his helper, that it was all to go through him. It was a tough lesson to learn. This build, as much as anything, was self-affirming, that in fact you can build just about anything, just about anywhere. There are so many different moving parts and people and personalities and so on to work with that obviously it can be challenging. The most important thing is to just remain patient and make sure that your sense of humor is always intact. So I'm sure that we're not the only ones that have been involved in difficult, challenging builds like that. I would love to hear some interesting places or difficult challenges that you have run into during the building process. Please leave a comment below for our entertainment. I hope there was something in this video that was useful to you, or perhaps even inspiring if you're already looking at a difficult build. If you're interested in learning how to timber frame, check out the link to our online timber framing class below. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you at the next one. Hey guys, here at the Shelter Institute, we've been teaching people to design and build their homes since 1974, and we've been building timber frames for about 40 years. We design and build timber frames, we sell fine woodworking tools, we teach house building classes of many different types. If you'd like to learn more about what we do, check us out in person here at our store in Woolwich, Maine, or online at shelterinstitute.com.